Aquarius, I'm here to give you a wild card read straight from the hip with lots of lips, and we're just going to take a dip into your energy and see what's coming towards you in this moment. This is a timeless message of the moment, so the message finds you whenever you're meant to receive it. Some things can be predictive that come into these reads, so even if you don't think it's going to go down now, I just encourage you to keep an open mind. You just never know. I always just trust what spirit brings through. Take what applies to you, toss aside the rest, flip-flop genders, everything as you need to. I just deliver the message as it comes in at the time, okay? Anybody can embody any kind of energy at any time, so let's not get all hung up on that. You know how to flip-flop the roles as you need to. It is a collective read. And let's just see, what do you need to know? This is for any strong Aquarius placement. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, Mercury, Mars, Saturn, Pluto, or a prominent placement in that 11th house. Also, if you're a Leo rising, that makes you an Aquarius Descendant, and you might find a lot of resonance here. 1:44 on the clock. There's some new beginning that's coming into alignment for you, okay? You've been waiting on this for a while. You've been waiting for all the pieces to come into place. There's a little bit of synchronicity at play here to help you out with this. Let's see what it's talking about. I was drawn to the angel deck with you. 7 of Cups. Okay, you've been contemplating long enough with this, all right? I feel like you're coming out of a period of contemplation. You needed to pull back for a minute. You kind of had to study a situation. And now it's like, you know, time's up. It's time to act, okay? There's something you're about to bring forward. There's a truth you're about to bring forward. It's a big deal, all right? Some of you are cutting off options. You just got through a period where you felt very confused. You weren't really sure what choice you should make. Maybe there were a lot of different opinions, you know? Maybe you were dealing with situations where you felt just there was a lot that was just sort of like unclear, you know, and you've been trying to figure things out. Maybe you've been trying to figure out your own feelings in this situation. You finally, you know, you settled on your core truth. You're ready to make your truth known. You're ready to take an action. In some cases, there might be a situation where you feel like something wasn't cool, like somebody did something that wasn't right. And you might want to like let a friend know what's really going on in a matter. You feel like maybe there's somebody in the picture that doesn't know what's been happening behind their back. You want to give them this information. You feel that's justice. You feel that's fair. You feel that's right. You know, it might have been something you were weighing up for a while. Like, do I do this? Should I let this person know what's been going on? Maybe you thought it could lead for a lot of complication for yourself, maybe within your own social circle or something. You're like, I don't care. You know, what's right is right. You know, I think that you had to first kind of like really get a look at the situation. I don't know why I got that, but I feel like you had to really get a look at the situation because you were hearing so many different things that you had to make up your mind for yourself. The time's up here. Something's very clear. And I think that you're about to make a certain truth known, all right? That's what the angels are bringing through. Let's see what they have to say. What is coming in for Aquarius? All right, that's something that flew out there on top of that tarot deck. So whenever I have that happen, I always take the card underneath. And this is a crossing influence here. 5 of Cups. Yes. It says here, prosperity, destruction of the enemy, and deliverance from bondage. So there's something that's healing here. And I love the water bearer energy coming in for you, Aquarius. In some way, you've been in this place of really feeling like you lost something, you know? You lost something. Something was released. And you've been experiencing a lot of grief around this, okay? You've also felt very held back, like sort of like your hands are tied. Like, I don't know what to do about this situation or what I need to correct in this situation. There could have been a situation where there was a problem with alcohol. Somebody's like finally like giving it up, you know? They realize how destructive it is. Maybe even this With that, there was a block that came in. I don't know if you missed the part where I said maybe somebody got in some trouble because of their drink, or, you know, something that caused an issue. I feel like this person's like dumping it out, man. You know, they realize like they got to make some kind of change in their life. There might have been like some kind of agreement had to be made, like, you know, until this is addressed, there can be no, you know, moving forward in this situation. Somebody's finally taking it seriously. They're getting the healing they need. I feel like this is some kind of healing occurring in a situation where there was a sense of loss, and there should have been some kind of alignment happening here. You know, it's supposed to be something that felt really good, but it kind of headed south. And it could have had something to do with somebody had an addiction issue. Okay. I'm picking up drinking very strongly. Yep. We got the moon in reverse here. This could be related to a Pisces or a Cancer. They are associated with the moon. But with the moon in reverse, this is really like maybe somebody was like totally in denial about this for the longest time. They just couldn't see the forest for the trees. You know, they didn't want to look at their behavior or how it was causing issues. And with this being in reverse, yeah, see, it says divine revelation reveals messages and has the power to destroy. All right. And this was in reverse. So I feel like these messages are going to be revealed. Okay. There is the revolution and the revolution. Interesting. The revolution of the revelation, maybe it really makes you make some bold changes. There's something that's revealed to you. It comes through in messages. It gives you a whole new take on a situation that you were trying to get clear on. It could be in connection with Pisces energy or Cancer energy that was creating some unnecessary confusion in this matter with the moon in reverse. Whatever was hidden that you weren't aware of before, you're becoming privy to it. Like you're getting knowledge of this. And with this, you realize it's like, I have to say, it's an ace up the sleeve. It gives you the power to act. And maybe that's what was missing before, is you didn't have this information. And because you didn't have this information, it's what was holding you stuck in a position where you were just at the crossroads and you had no clue about how to move forward in this situation. So do be looking for some messages to be revealed, okay? These could be texts, these could be DMs, you know, I think you're going to come across something. It could even be some kind of written documents I got, okay? But something's going to be revealed to you that changes the entire view you've had of a situation, potentially a person too. Pisces and Cancer in the main frame there. That's what we got so far on the board. Give me some more details about this for Aquarius angels. You know, I think you are getting a little outside help here. You got angels on the outfield that are helping you navigate this situation. It's a bit of divine timing, lining things up synchronistically. I got right place, right time. Right place, right time. And at that time, what you need, the missing piece comes through that cracks the case, okay? It is like a case. It's like a whodunit. I feel like you've been dealing with some situation like this. It's a whodunit. What's on the bottom of the deck here? Eight of Swords. Again, there's been this piece of like somebody's really been controlling somebody else's view of this situation. And they haven't been using their own head. They've been listening to what was fed to them. Like there's somebody who's been controlling the view of a situation here, like whispering in your ear. Maybe even somebody who is acting as a guide, you know, acting as somebody who had, you know, your best interests. But this was actually holding you back in the Eight of Swords. And you felt very disempowered, like you didn't have the ability. Maybe this person was telling you you weren't seeing a situation clearly. They were trying to put doubts in your mind about your own view of the situation. And I think you struggled with this for a bit, but it says here, truth and justice, protection from enemies who would steal one's fortune. So there's something here. that's meant for you. It's earmarked for you. And yet you've had people who don't want to see you get this. So they've been getting in the way of this situation. I feel it's because they've been kind of trying to throw you off course. Like they've been trying to, in some way, make you feel like you don't have an accurate view of something you already very much know to be true for you. And they've been trying to like, kind of like sway you, you know, acting like they're thinking of, you know, your best interest in the situation. But are they really? Are they really? You know, there's something here about somebody has really distorted a situation here through what they've been feeding your head with, and it's to have control in the situation. But these messages are going to change all that. They're going to illuminate all that. And it's going to change the way you move. And it's some kind of justice for you. It brings things into balance. And this opportunity, this good fortune, it's not going to be taken from you. This is your blessing. It's something you were supposed to receive. Let's get some more details about this, okay? A lot of stuff coming up in reverse here. This could have had something to do with a disappointment around a soulmate, you know, somebody that you feel really connected with on a heart level. Soulmate, yes, it could be a romantic partner. This could also just be a really dear friend. You know, somebody is like really important to you. There's some kind of disappointment here that's getting turned around, okay, in relation to this. Maybe you gave up on healing this, you know, you just felt there was no way to resolve this issue, you know. But I get it. You're going to change your mind when you get this information. When these messages are revealed, you're going to get new motivation in this situation. And there's somebody here in this matter who was not treated fairly. They went through a really humiliating experience, potentially. This could have been the result of gossip or just somebody controlling a narrative about their life, about their experience, you know, speaking for them when they're not in the room to speak for themselves. It's got this kind of vibe to it. And there's something here about this being turned around for this individual, like their reputation is going to be restored. You know, it's because you finally have some missing piece of information. I do feel like you're letting somebody know about something that's been going on behind their back that they weren't aware of. And it's because you become privy to this information from these messages being revealed. You're going to fill this person in, and it helps bring healing in this situation. It restores some kind of karmic balance here. And where you thought you were dealing with just an out and out disappointment, like there's no way to fix this situation with this person, somebody you felt really close to that I feel like was a casualty of this experience. This could be like a close friend. This could be a lover. Like somebody was a casualty of this experience, of this manipulation that was going on with people kind of like feeding your head with ideas about somebody and trying to convince you weren't seeing it accurately. That situation's being turned around. Knight of Pentacles. Yep. There's something here that was held up, but it's moving forward now. And it's because of a new light of understanding that comes through. Once you acquire this knowledge, it changes everything. And it gives you an opportunity to cure what was ill in the situation. There's an opportunity for healing finally. You've got two crossing influences here. What do we got? Six of Swords to the Devil. I love it. I love it. Okay? You are recognizing where the lies were coming from with the devil here. That's what I got. You know that somebody has spun a web of deceit, and you may have gotten caught up in it for a while. Capricorn could be in the picture here. Doesn't have to be. Devil is associated with Capricorn. This could be somebody who, you know, was sort of like, you know, very much a seductress. This could be somebody who used the sexuality as a way to gain a certain level of P control in this situation. You know what I'm saying? This person, whoever this person is, they do have an interest in the occult. Specifically, I have to say here, because it says teaches occult and magic, communicates with the dead, seduction and downfall. So this could be somebody who's like into necromancy. This is somebody who's into more of the kind of like darker arts. This is somebody who maybe is very tempting, right? It could also be like a part of you, okay, that you got ready to finally cast off. Maybe for a while you entered into a dance with that devil. It was intriguing, it was alluring, it kind of drew you in. And then you started to realize, wait a minute. I would say so, with that block coming in right there. You started to realize that something wasn't quite away from this energy with the Six of Swords. And it gave you a new perception, you know. You thought you were in alignment with this person, but once you got a little distance with this perception of unity, you started to see things a lot different. And you realized that something in this situation was really unhealthy. Really unhealthy, maybe even addictive. Okay, I got that piece. It could be somebody in the relationship had an addiction and this caused a serious problem and just a distortion of the energy. This person could have really tried to hide that they had this issue too. And so this could have wove like a real web of deceit here. There's something about you moving away from this energy is protecting you from like a major tower though. And I feel like there is somebody here that doesn't know about this, that you're wanting to illuminate for them, like, hey, you need a heads up about this because this is what's going on. Maybe it's somebody you're both mutually connected to. All right. Again, I don't know. I got this piece. This could be somebody who also really represents as like kind of goth and they're into the dark arts. Like they're drawn to all that stuff, you know. They like to read the Necronomicon, you know. They might refer to themselves as a necromancer, okay? This kind of energy here. It is at the front and center. You know, maybe you even suspected that this person was dibble-dabbling a little bit, maybe playing in your energy field a little bit. Maybe you felt like this person really had like some kind of hold on you. And it wasn't until you got some space and some distance, maybe even did some spiritual cleansing or cord cutting with that Six of Swords, that you realized, like, wait a minute. I took on some energy, man, that wasn't mine. You started seeing things clearly. You're getting distance from somebody that you realize was actually like courting your downfall. You know, they were leading you down a path that was going to take you to not a good place. There is something here about overcoming some kind of illusion and also moving away from something that was very addictive. It could be an addictive relationship, or somebody within this connection had an addiction. And, you know, somebody here may be actually finally turning that around. I mean, I do see that. There's a hope for healing here. But it could be that finally somebody comes up and out with it, you know? Maybe something's admitted once they're confronted with these messages. I got that. Like something's revealed first. And then there's communication about it that shifts things. I do feel like there is somebody in this situation who had an addiction or was involved with some addictive kind of connection or addictive kind of behavior that is turning things around. I mean, it does have strong Aquarius indications with that water bearer vibe here. I'm also picking up Kuan Yin vibes here. So there might be a need to really have a lot of compassion in this situation. Compassion for the other, of course, but also compassion for yourself too. Maybe you feel a little guilty. Maybe you feel a little guilty because, you know, you kind of like you doubted somebody. You doubted somebody that you're realizing like you shouldn't have doubted this person. You feel bad about that, but I think that, you know, don't be so hard on yourself, because there's some piece here about you didn't have the whole picture. You were dealing with some manipulation in this situation. All right. So all you can do is like move forward with a new understanding and and create a better way forward. It looks like you're bringing some truth forward that'll really clear things up, restore somebody's dignity in this situation. It allows things to move toward healing finally, and that's good. And I do feel like somebody's overcoming an addictive tendency here, and that's a very positive thing. Any final details about this? Then I'm going to do a cut of the deck. I've got here 4 of Pentacles, self-atonement. Again, it says cures mental illness, deliverance from persecution. So there's something here that was like, it was like a monkey on the back. I like really got this energy, man. You were either dealing with somebody who was in this position, or you had this issue, which caused you to make choices with who you aligned with, socially, romantically, that were out of character for you, or weren't really supporting you in moving forward in your life in a positive way. And certainly, you know, this can happen. Sometimes we get drawn to relationships with people who have addictions because we grew up in houses where there was some kind of codependent element in the way the family functioned. And so a lot of times people who grew up in environments like that, they kind of like take on that sort of caretaker role, and they find themselves in relationships down the road where they're put in that position again. So it could be that the connection itself had become codependent, unhealthy, and addiction. But I see a breaking away from this, and there's some healing that results, you know. You might have been dealing with some kind of physical challenge, physical illness, and you started to do a lot of emotional healing work around this. And as you did the emotional healing work around it, you started to really see an improvement in your physical health. So this is very positive, but I do feel like you're getting this off your back, and there's a new freedom in moving forward. And I think I'm going to do a cut of the deck here and get you a super awesome future card, and that'll kind of just tie this all up. Look at this, 10 of Cups. All right, there is some silver lining to what you've been through. All right, there's some kind of real happiness, real fulfillment on the other side of this. And it's because you overcame a major challenge on your path. It says divine warrior confounds the wicked, brings victory and peace. So there's something major you're overcoming here. And it leads you to a happy, fulfilling, more peaceful passage at this juncture. And it was 23:33 on the clock. And I feel this change is going to come in faster than you expect it to. And it is all about these messages being revealed. It finally gives you the clarity you need, the power to act. You bring your truth forward, and then comes this healing and the renewal on the other side of what feels like was a big storm that you've been through, man. And look at that. It brings you the fulfillment that was missing with the 9 of Cups. So I love this for you. You know, this is personal fulfillment, but it's also the fulfillment of the promise you were supposed to have with another that fell flat because all of this BS got in the way, and you're getting to the other side of it. And there's something beautiful that results. It says healing. It also says preserves health and cures diseases. So where somebody has been dealing with a health challenge, be it physical, if it's physical, it's been all about really looking at the emotional to unravel that. There's healing happening here. And emotionally, within a relationship that was held back because of distortions from other people trying to control your choices, control your view of a situation, or whether those distortions were actually coming because of shadows from your own past and your own fear of really stepping into something. There's transformation here, and there's healing on offer, and it's absolutely beautiful.